I think that it was interesting when you were talking about, those sort of high performers and those people that are, the exceptional individuals. I find that an interesting piece to consider because you can sometimes get someone who is absolutely incredible technically in their skills and their expertise, but they're not actually a great human being. And
Sure.
so when it comes to looking for those unique individuals, it's also about, and how are they going to be a part of a team?
Right.
So you can't just, view someone in isolation because they're not working in a vacuum, right? Like they have to connect and collaborate with the team often, depending on the kind of work that you're doing, obviously. And so, when it comes to creating great work culture and creating engagement, there are so many factors that play into that. And it all comes back to hiring the right people, as you say, are the right people on the bus. But it's not just about skill. So when I'm going into the recruitment process, I have a standard phone screen that I do with every single candidate for every job that I'm hiring for, because I want to know about you as a human being. I don't just want to know about, like the XYZ of your skills and your talents. I want to know, how do you interact with humans? How do you fail? How do you make mistakes? How do you come back from those difficult conversations? Those are the things that interest me when it comes to being the gatekeeper of a company's culture. And what I found at Aura is this incredible culture where we have some really beautiful values, and we want to protect that culture and those values. So, that leads us into that conversation about, culture fit. And it can get really sticky because people are kind of like, oh, so you're just looking for people like you. Absolutely not. When we talk about culture fit, it's like, do you have the same shared values? And you can have shared values with someone and yet be completely different, have a very different personality, personal style. But if you have those same values, then when you come to the table to have a conversation, you're speaking the same language, right? And I'm not talking about English versus French. I'm talking about, like, how do you connect with human beings? How do you care for each other? And so when you find those people that fit with your culture that way, you can find a very diverse group of human beings that connect, respect, and then that's the basis for this great culture that comes alive, that makes people come in and say, I want to be a part of that. How do I get a job in that company? Because they've got something really special. And then it doesn't feel like going to work. You're not rolling your eyes about the 30% of the job that you really don't enjoy, because there's so many other great things about being there that make that 30% worth putting up with.